Hi everyone, this is Jason. Welcome back to the show. Joining me today is Michelle Chuang. She's the Chief Operating Officer at Asensys. You can find Asensys on Twitter at Asensys Chains, and you can find them online at asensys.com. Michelle, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Jason. It's a pleasure to be here.
Well, I appreciate you coming on because I'm very interested in what you're working on, and I'm hoping you can give us some background. It looks like what you're trying to do is fix the scalability and speed issues found in a lot of blockchain applications. Is that correct?
Yes, in simple terms, absolutely, yes.
Okay. So before we do that, though, how did you first get into blockchain technology and cryptocurrency?
That's a great question. I like to think of myself as a technology enthusiast. And so I come to Asensys with over 20 years of experience being in marketing. I have marketed consumer goods product, such as for companies such as Starbucks and Chevron, and then also in the real estate industry, as well as some software technology products as well. Um, one of the common thing that I noticed is in the past couple of decades, there are more and more people on the internet, mobile users, internet users, desktop, you name it, Internet of Things. And one common thing that we have seen from all over the world and throughout the ranges of industry is that the transaction of data, the exchange of data. However, those data are becoming more and more vulnerable. As users, our data is being exchanged and utilized out of our hands. And that's where truly where the power of blockchain technology being on a decentralized environment and then also empowering security, that becomes something that I felt very purposeful about and therefore joined the Asensys team because that is the core purpose that Asensys is trying to solve for. Going back to the power of blockchain, one of the reasons that we still have not seen a larger adoption of blockchain is truly because of the scalability issue. Before we can actually really see in blockchain and the security in that decentralized environment give provides life to the mass consumer public is that we must first solve the scalability issue, and that is why Asensys is thrilled to be introduced and launching into the world of blockchain technology.
Nice. Nice. So so a lot of the conversation in crypto is currently about scalability. Like you have a lot of back and forth between the different camps that say that your product can't scale, so it's not
Mm.
long lasting. So what is it about scalability that new people to the space should be aware of? Like what is it, and how do we see if what we're looking into, if we can tell if it does or does not have a scalability
Mhm.
issue?
hmm So in the world of blockchain right now, the computation and then the method taken, what we identify is there's a lot of redundancy around the blockchain technology, the nodes, and then also how the approach. Our key invention is the fact that we divide the workloads of the entire network into multiple non-overlap zones, and our key invention technology is called as synchronized consensus zone. And basically, you think of it as um, you're at a grocery store and then there's only one checkout stand and there are five people in front of you, and how are you can probably empathize how you might be feeling frustrated. You have to get to your daughter's soccer game, you have to pick up your dry cleaning, but all of a sudden the grocery store opens up 10 other checkout stands, and that's the unsynchronized consensus zone where we create multiple opportunities, and then we're calculating all of the computation and the building efficiency on top of one another without losing the security. And that is how our proprietary technology of the Choco new mining comes in, to ensuring the technology, to ensuring the security of it, and then also our eventual atomicity, where again accelerates the speed and therefore creating that parallel transaction processing in the distributed workload of state representation that is therefore executed in the fully decentralized manner without beacon or a root chain.
Okay, so for a person who is still trying to understand what scalability is, it's basically you have a point of access that a bunch of people are trying to
Mm-hmm.
get through, but then in order to scale, you make it so that it makes it more.
More faster, and more as well as faster, but without sacrificing or losing out on the security or the decentralization part of it.
Perfect, perfect. Okay, great. Thank you so much for that. Because, we unfortunately we tend to be in an echo chamber. So we
Mm-hmm.
tend to talk to people who already know what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
The terms and the acronyms and things. And it's, I think for a lot of new people that can be kind of off-putting because you have no idea what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But no, that was a great example. Thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate it. Um, so with Asensys, and I love the name because when I first saw it, I thought it was something like a play on ascending from consensus.
Uh-huh.
And that, and consensus is a big part of blockchain technology. So when you first started with Asensys, was that a goal in mind to help fix the issues that blockchain technology was finding, or did that just end up being what it became?
Thank you for asking that question. And we, both myself and then also the entire team at Asensys, take true pride in the name, because as I mentioned, the purpose and the power of Asensys, what we're trying to create isn't just about we're we're here to solve for the scalability, but we do see the ultimate purpose and power of blockchain technology, which is ascending from the norm,
Mhm.
ascending from all the data security issue that we currently see right now. Previously, I talked about vulnerability from a user level down into an enterprise level. I mean, we see and hear in the news every day about, certain enterprise are being held accountable by legislations of data security breach, and the opportunity for Asensys to come in and develop this technology and strengthen the technology to be able to solve for that and bring our current technology platform ascending from what we have right now. I think that really speaks to what drives us every single day, what drives our company, our project every single day, and then also the opportunity that we'll be able to transform the internet for the world. And that's the ultimate goal that we're trying to achieve.
Nice. Nice. So let me ask you a question about how Asensys works with the broader blockchain space. Is it something that, say I had my own blockchain technology that I wanted to implement? Is Asensys what you're working on something that can be added to it, or is it something that's in place of?
I think it is it is both. We are our goal, in order for us to achieve that scalability, we are very mindful of the experience. And then in the short run, so in the summer we'll be introducing our testnet, and we'll be inviting developers to come onto our testnet and experience this. One of the key metrics, and then also areas that we're looking at, is user experience. So the feedback that will be provided, and then so let's just say that you are a platform and you're looking at coming onto our site to transact and conduct your business on the site, or even just to network. That creates the opportunity for us to learn more about what is it that you need, and for us to refine our technology. But one of the things I can share is that we do work with all types of cryptocurrency, so that will become an area of flexibility that we will be able to serve the developer community. But we're constantly iterating.
Okay, nice. So it's something that you're kind of like how Lightning Network made using Bitcoin faster. So you're adding a layer of technology to, or I could potentially add a Asensys's technology to my technology to make it
Hmm.
work better.
And you can also bring your technology onto our platform, so then it becomes faster and more secure and achieve more with what you already have, or potentially more with less.
Nice, nice. Well, and I like that you're bringing up the security part because, like you said, that we have this thing about our data. And currently data, and there was an article about it, that data is more valuable than oil at this point,
Uh-huh. Yep.
right? And it's just the model that, we're, and it's why there's one reason why it's important that people in the space actually support technology that comes from the space, because data is so important that when you have technologies that's goal is to secure your data, you need to support those companies that do that. The trilemma. So I saw that on the website. So when you say trilemma, what exactly does that mean?
Trilemma. So the blockchain trilemma is, when you think about decentralization, security. So security first, through and then into a decentralized model. But the trilemma behind it is scalability. So that triangle it's impossible. The trilemma is the statement where someone is saying it's impossible for you to achieve all three:
Okay.
security, decentralization, and scalability. So when we say that we are here to solve, or we have solved these blockchain trilemma, is that we can achieve scalability without compromising the state of decentralization, and then also without jeopardizing any part of the security.
Oh, nice. Okay, I didn't know. Okay, that I've never heard that before. Thank you so much. I
Yeah.
mean, well, it's one of those things where I think we all know that that's an issue, but before, no one had put a word to it.
Mm.
When you
Mm-hmm.
have this issue, this is the word that represents that issue.
Mm-hmm.
And, security, scalability, and just it's because what we're dealing with is data,
Mm-hmm.
right? Even no matter which cryptocurrency you're into, it's data.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not working on the scalability issue or the security issue, it's going to collapse under its own weight eventually.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if people are thinking about that enough.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I think this is a very important question that not just people who are operating and looking at expanding their role in their company in blockchain, that they have to first solve for, or collaborate with, and then also for the rest of the world. Jason, one other thing I do want to clarify in terms of the term blockchain trilemma, it was first coined by the guy Vitalik Buterin,
Oh, Vitalik, yes.
from Ethereum,
Right.
on stating the name of blockchain trilemma. So
Okay.
I wanted to clarify that. And but going back to your point in regards to the topic, and then reminding ourselves the importance of solving for scalability and solving for this blockchain trilemma, is in fact the very uniqueness of why Asensys exists. Previously, at the beginning of the interview, we talked about the purpose and the core driver of Asensys, that we take our research, and then also kind of the launch pad of NSCI forum, very, very importantly, because that was a research that took months and years in the making, and being able to share that in an NSCI forum, and being able to be acknowledged and then also accepted by our peers from Carnegie Mellon, from MIT, from Berkeley, from the most prestigious, renowned engineers in the world. That gave us the boost of confidence internally and then also externally in the computer science industry on the fact that Asensys' approach to solving the blockchain trilemma and achieving scalability really works. Now, there's still a lot of other components, as you understand, that we would have to continue on this journey of proving out our approach, because it isn't just a technology end, it's also adoption, it's also developer experience, and then also in this ever-changing climate of our business industry, that how will Asensys evolve and create products and solutions that continues to speak to the needs of developers, without compromising security, decentralization, and then also continues to accelerate the speed. So we're on this race, in this marathon of blockchain technology, and we are just super excited to be a part of it. And then we know that we're going to come out on the other side stronger.